Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com. Coming back to you guys with a video, a little late night video. Hopefully, you guys had an amazing weekend. And I've been getting a lot of questions recently about how to analyze books to sell on Amazon FBA. And I figured I would make one of these videos again. I've made one similar to this like maybe a year and a half ago, where I go live and just analyze books. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be analyzing books. So I pulled up some listings. I'm going to do a screen share. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to together as a team go through some listings, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on it. We're going to talk about some of the things that I like, some of the things that I don't like, some things to be aware of when you're analyzing a book. And essentially the goal of this video is to get you in a position where you can start going out and analyzing books, and you'll know what questions you need to ask yourself, because there's a set of like maybe 5 to 6 questions you want to ask yourself before you buy a book. So if you could hear me okay, if you could see me okay, drop a comment right now and let me know. Say, Steve, we see you, we hear you. And then we will get into the show. Looks like we got Jennifer in the house. What's up, Jennifer? Darren, what's up, Darren? Great to see you. RaikenProfit.com. That's right. Hey, Margaret. What's up? What's up? And we have Christine in the house. Darren says you should be jumping up and down your trampoline while streaming. It's right there. That's probably why you said it. I jumped on it for about 10 minutes today. It's great. Really helps to boost your energy. Kelly says, see and hearing you. Awesome. So one more cool element that I'm going to be adding into the mix, guys, and I think this is going to be really fun, is I'm going to have you guys send me some various ISBN numbers to copy and paste, and I'm going to put it into Amazon. I'm going to analyze some deals live with you guys. So if you have any books that you want me to analyze, just go get your book and go look up the barcode number, right? So this is actually a book that I'm reading right now. It's called The New Psycho Cybernetics. Really great self-development book. Just read off the number on the back. Usually starts with like a 978, and I'll copy and paste it in. We'll analyze the books together. So let me know what you guys think about this concept. But yeah, had a great weekend. Just got back from the Connecticut thrifting meetup. It was about 100 degrees over here in Connecticut. Played 3 softball games today. So just got out of a cold shower, had some Chipotle. So I'm ready to rock and roll and help you guys out. So without further ado, I think I am going to do a little bit of a screen share and get started. So Jennifer, if it doesn't have the ISBN number, then you can just give me the title and I'll try to look it up that way. That'll be fine. What's up, Mary? Ayad, good to see you. Chris Mason in the UK, 2:19 in the morning. All right, cool. So let me do a screen share with you guys. Bear with me for one moment. And we should be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so let me know if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, please put a comment and let me know that you can see my screen and hear me okay, and then we will get right into the show, and we'll start to analyze some books for you guys so you can go out there and start to buy and sell some books. You know, one quick story I want to mention to you guys. We had a Connecticut thrifting meetup on Friday, and then we went all garage selling Saturday. We stayed at a hotel in Connecticut in Southbury. It was awesome. But the first thrift store we went to was a Savers, and my mom was there. She's a full-time Amazon bookseller, and my buddy TJ was there. I believe he's from Massachusetts, and they were going head to head, and it was really amazing to watch them thrift books together. They both, at that first thrift store, my mom, she made over $100. I think he made like over $200 in books. He really crushed it. My mom later on said, yeah, I was taking it easy on him because, you know, I wanted everybody to get books. So it was a pretty cool thing to see. But there's money to be made out there, guys. I've been selling books for over 5 years. I taught my mother, 63 years old, over 4 years ago, how to buy and sell books. And now she does it full time, makes anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 a month. And it's really helping to supplement her income as she's retired now. So anybody could do it. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your experience. Certain locations are going to have better opportunities depending on where you live. If you live near a big college campus or something, or you live in a highly literate area, you're going to have more opportunities. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get right into it. And I'm going to analyze a couple of deals, and then I'm going to go into the comments and take some ISBN numbers and start to analyze them. So the first book we have right here is a book, and I just randomly chose some books. It's called The Everything Horse Book, Buying, Riding, and Caring for Your, I don't even know how to pronounce that, companion. Okay, so the first thing I see, and one of the first things that I always look for, now, granted, do understand I am on the desktop right now. Usually when I'm analyzing a deal, I'm using the Amazon Seller app. So that's a free app that you could download right to your phone, and it gives you the ability to scan barcodes, and then it brings up the information in a much easier to consume database versus this. So it's a little different, but one of the first things that I look for is the price that it's selling for. So when you're selling books on Amazon, you want to make sure that you're looking at what the selling price is based on how you're selling it. So there's two ways to sell it. You can sell as a merchant, which is very similar to how you sell on eBay. You buy the item, you store it at your house, you pick it, pack it, ship it, deal with customer service. That's a merchant. What we're mostly going to be talking about here, and what I believe to be the best way to make money selling books on Amazon FBA, selling on Amazon, is through the FBA program, which is fulfillment by Amazon. So the difference between being a merchant and an FBA seller is instead of you storing the items, you actually ship everything to Amazon. So let's just say you find 30 books, you ship them all to the Amazon warehouse, they store it for you, and then when it sells, they pick it, pack it, ship it, deliver it, deal with customer service, so on and so forth. And a lot of customers actually prefer to buy through the FBA program because of that prime shipping, easy, hassle-free returns. And a lot of people trust, buying from Amazon versus a third-party seller, which it's still kind of a third-party seller, but they want to know it's coming from Amazon. So anyways, we're going to be talking about the FBA prices here. So you always want to make sure when you look up what the price is selling for, whether you're doing this on the desktop or you're doing it on the app, you want to make sure that you're looking it up for the specific way you're selling it. So if you hit Prime on the desktop, this is going to share with you how much the books are selling for, what other FBA sellers are selling it for. So right off the bat, it's only selling for $7.99 FBA, which means if I was to get this book for free, I'd probably lose money. Okay, so usually on an $8 book, you're going to lose money like every single time. My cutoff is usually like $13 for the most part, unless it's like a small paperback book, but you're going to lose money here. Now, unfortunately, we're on the desktop version, so it's not going to show us the fees and stuff, but I would assume you'd probably be losing money. So right off the bat, this would be a dud. I would pass. But just for the sake of this example, a couple other things that you want to analyze is, actually, let's go back here. You want to analyze how many people are selling it. So right here, I see 3 FBA sellers. That's a good sign. It's not overly saturated. Okay. Another thing you want to look at as well is the condition. Let's just say that your book is in like new condition. Well, the $7.99 price is only for good. Okay. And then you see the $10.89 price is very good. Yours is like new. So theoretically, you could sell this for probably more than all 3 of these, and you might be able to make a profit if you got the book cheap enough. So that is one thing to consider. Don't just look at the lowest price and say, all right, I'm out. You know what I mean? Kind of like I did when I first analyzed this. You do want to take in consideration the condition of your book. Now, most books you'll find at a thrift store or a garage sale is going to be in used condition. So I'm not going to really pretend like we have any new books because those are somewhat rare. But you do want to make sure that you're competing based on condition. Now, I wouldn't, it's one thing you're going to have to take into consideration as well as your business model. So like if you're going to price 3rd, 4th, 5th in line based on condition for a book, you better make sure that there's, higher sales velocity, or at least the book is moving. And you'll be able to learn that based on what the sales ranking is. So if we go back to this listing and we scroll all the way down, you're going to see that this has a sales rank of 1 million. Okay. A little over 1 million, which means this book sells, but it's not really selling super hot. It hasn't really sold recently. Like in my opinion, I would say if it's a million rank, it might sell maybe a couple times a month. I'm just throwing out a random number. It's not a horrible rank, but it's not the best rank. It's decent. But if I'm going to go after a book that's ranked over 1 million, and really rank is just an indicator of sales velocity, I'd want to make sure that there's a good profit margin in it because it could be sitting for a while. And as these books sit in the, the Amazon FBA warehouses, you are going to be accumulating some fees on a monthly basis, and then extended time that it's sitting in the warehouse, you're going to get hit with the long-term storage fees. So, if I'm going to go over $1 million rank, I typically want to make at least a $10 profit. So for me to get into a book like this, I'd probably want to sell it for, at least $23, $24. If I got it for like $1, it would probably land me around, I don't know, $10 to $15 profit. So that's the first book. There's quite a few other things that you're going to want to analyze, but I'll go into some more examples. So next up is a biology book. When it comes to selling books on Amazon FBA, one of the best types of books that you can be on the lookout for are textbooks. Okay. Now, do keep in mind that textbooks are always coming out with new editions. And the older a textbook is, in general, for the most part, the lower it's going to be selling for in terms of price. The newer books tend to always sell for the most money. Okay. So if you see a book from like 2003, 2004, 2005, 95% of the time, it's not going to be worth anything, especially with the fees being a bit higher. And if you have something that's heavier, because the heavier a book is, the more the fees are going to be, it's probably not going to be worth that much money. So you want to look for textbooks, right? But you also want to look for newer textbooks. And it's kind of hard to explain how to differentiate between a newer and older book besides it being faded, but you'll kind of get the hang of it over time, which books are newer and which ones are a little bit dated. But let's just say that you found a paperback version of this. The first thing you're going to want to do, considering you're an FBA seller, is to take a look at what the other Amazon FBA sellers are selling it for. And we can see right now that the lowest price is $71.30, and that's acceptable. Let's just say that your book was in very good condition. You might want to sell for $82 because then you'd be, you've got a better condition book. These are used or good condition. Again, if you're going to compete on condition for the most part, I would say, you want to make sure that the book at least has some sales velocity. If it's a $2-3 million ranked book, I usually don't try to compete on condition. I just try to be the first one in line to sell it. Is that the best method? Is that going to make you the most money? Maybe, maybe not. But again, the fees do add up. And I have more of like a quick turn business model. The same with my mother. We don't necessarily like to go third, fourth, fifth in line. If we have a book that's in great condition and the lowest prices are, all acceptable, then yeah, we're going to go a little higher. But we really like to go with more of a quick flip model. And we both of us, we don't really have that many books in our inventory. The books we find typically sell pretty quick. So right off the bat, this is a very profitable book. If you get it for, less than $10, even less than probably $15-20, not that you'd probably pay that much, but let's just say you got it for $3. This book's selling for $71. You're probably going to make at least, I would say, a $40 profit on this. Great thing that I like right here is it has 2,087 reviews. One thing you always want to take a look at when you're analyzing books are the reviews. Especially if you have a higher ranked book that's $1.5 million, $2.5 million, $3.5 million. Not only do you want to make sure there's some cushion in terms of profits, but you want to have a little bit of social proof there. And the way that you define social proof is through the reviews. So, 2,000 reviews. This is it appears to be a pretty hot selling book. If we go back to the main sales page and scroll down, it is a rank of 124,000, which is a phenomenal sales rank when it comes to selling books. This book's probably selling maybe on a daily basis, every other day. So I'd be very, very confident if I found this book. Now, do keep in mind, there's going to be loose leaf versions of books, paperbacks, hardcovers. So you're going to want to have to, you're going to want to take a look at what the price is based on what type of book you have right here. A common question I get is, what if I find a textbook and the CD or the disc in the back is missing? You could still sell it, but I make sure to put it in the description that the CD is missing. And a lot of times if the CD is missing, I'll just put it as acceptable because I really want to underpromise and overdeliver. I don't want to, overpromise and then underdeliver and they're upset. So you can put it in the description and then you can lower the condition a little bit to hopefully catch their attention. Nancy Ross is saying, when you ship books, do you ship USPS? No, we use UPS. UPS is what we use. And it's subsidized. It's really cheap. Like for us to ship out, we're in Connecticut. A lot of times we ship out to like Jersey. For us to ship like 40 pounds to Jersey is like $9, sometimes less. No, I do not know about Amazon opening a store in Florida. Yep. Jennifer is saying use UPS. Exactly. Tony says quick turn means less profit, need volume to make it worth it. Well, I agree with that, but I also, like, for example, say we find a book that selling for like $44, right? We might be able to get 46, 47 for it, but we could wait a little longer, but we'd be willing to take $44 and make our $22 profit. So we don't really mess with a lot of books that are only going to make you $2, $3. We just don't anymore. Me, I have multiple income streams. I'm not selling books full time, even though my mom is as well. She's a bit older and takes her quite a bit of time to process books. So she needs to be smart knowing her abilities. So we don't really, go with like a high volume strategy. We price quick, we sell quick, and we try to get books that are going to make us at least a $7 or $8 profit for the most part. But a lot of times, like if you were to look at our books that we sell, they're making a $25, $30 profit. We live real close to Yukon, so we get a lot of textbooks in our area. Okay, so we can only talk for ourselves, but that's just kind of how we do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat, though. Black God, I need your email for Paul's course. Yeah, send me an email at raikenprofit@gmail.com. We'll be going through the email tomorrow, so just send me an email over there. All right, let's go through one more book right quick, and then we'll probably start taking some requests from you guys. So be sure to post your ISBN numbers of books you want me to analyze, or tell me the title, and I'll post that into Amazon. We'll analyze it live. So get those ISBN numbers ready and post them into the comments. Let's see how many people we have watching live right now. So it looks like we have 63 people watching live. So much love to everybody watching live right now. Definitely appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So here we have a book. This is actually going to be a really good case study right here. Okay, so we have a book that is called QuickBooks Pro 2002, a complete course. And I want to quiz you guys right off of the bat, given that this is a textbook, what in the title would maybe hint towards this being a poor purchase? Is there anything that stands out to you that is a little bit of a red flag right off the bat? It doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to buy this, but is there anything in the title or anything on the cover of the book that is a little bit of a red flag when it comes to buying and selling textbooks? I just talked about this. I want to see what you guys have to say. I'm going to put you guys to the test. Let me go into the comments. Yes. So Steven, Nancy, luxury card store, everybody is saying, yes, it's outdated 2002. So right off the bat, that would be a little bit of a large red flag, because like I said, most outdated textbooks aren't selling for a lot of money. Are there some that sell for a lot of money? Probably yes. I don't remember off of the top. But let's go back into that real quick and let's analyze it. Okay. Also, another thing that's a little off-putting is there's only 2 customer reviews. Okay. So people have bought this book from this listing. There's a couple of reviews, but there's not a ton. I like to see 10, 15, 20 reviews at least. That's a good sign. Doesn't mean I won't buy something that has no reviews or only a couple, but it's a red flag. It's something to keep in mind. So let's go to used. Actually, real quick, let's take a look to see what the rank is. So the rank is 3.8 million in books. I want to know, guys and gals, what are your thoughts on a book that is 3.8 million? Is that an automatic no for you, or are there some factors to consider? For me personally, 3.8 million, it's about 80% out the door of being a no right off the bat, unless there's a good amount of profit. So for me to buy a book that's a 3.8 million rank, it's going to have to make me at least $25 profit, I would say, unless I can get it for like a quarter or 50 cents from a library sale. I'll send it in and maybe just undercut everybody. Another thing to consider as well, and I forgot to mention this, sometimes, the rank will be really high because there's only merchant sellers, right? So there's only people who are fulfilling the item from their house. There's a lot of people, in other words, there's a lot of customers who won't buy a book because there's no FBA sellers because they're lacking confidence. So if there's no FBA sellers and the rank is really high, then I might take a little less profit just knowing I do have a little bit of an advantage with me being the only FBA seller, okay? And probably maybe getting the buy box, I'm assuming. Maybe not. But anyways, There are no, it doesn't look like there's any FBA sellers at all. I do see this free shipping. I'm not sure if this is seller fulfilled or what. But I don't see any FBA sellers. So that's a good sign right there. You could come in and with the lowest price being $16.95, you might be able to get 25 or 30 since there's no FBA sellers. But again, there's only 2 customer reviews. There's not a ton of social proof. The rank is high. It's outdated. Honestly, if I'm not getting this book for $1 or less, I'm probably not going to get it. And even if I did get it, this is probably never going to sell, right? I'm just assuming. One thing you can do is you can actually take the title, you could copy it, and you could go over to ebay.com, okay? And you could paste it in, and you could see if any have sold, okay? So that's actually a different book. I'm looking for the book. I'm looking for the title. I don't see any of them selling. So it's not really selling on eBay as well. It's probably never going to sell. Okay. I'm just saying it might, but probably not. So I would for the most part pass, but I know a lot of new sellers, they come across these deals and they get excited, but they don't realize the sales rank is so high. There's not many reviews. It's outdated. So that's just kind of a little bit behind the scenes of how I think about a deal like that. So what I want to do now is I want to get some ISBN numbers and I want to analyze some deals that you guys have. So let me go into the comments and see if anybody has posted any ISBN numbers. And okay, here's one. All right, so we got Ariel in the house. What is going on, girl? Okay, let me see what she has here. Let's see if she's testing me. Okay. So I'm going to paste that in and nothing came up. Let me make sure that I copied the right. I don't know where it went, but for some reason it didn't pop up. So if you want to give me, Ariel, if you want to give me the name of the book instead and maybe a little more information, for some reason, sometimes it doesn't work when you copy and paste it. So I'm going to move on to another one if there's any more ISBN numbers. Here's one from Dan. All right, let's see if this one works. Come on, guys. Okay, so here's a book, okay? And volume 2, Wrath of God. Okay, so right off the bat, it looks like the person who has the buy box is a $15.95 selling price, 12 reviews. So the reviews is good. The rank at 339,000 is a very solid rank. Okay, so things look decent so far. Let's pretend that this book costs us $3. Maybe you pay less, maybe you pay more. Over here at Savers, we're paying about $3 a book. Okay, so let's just consider that it's used and we're going to sell as an FBA. So what we're going to do, we have good reviews, we have a good rank. What we're going to do is we're going to hit Prime to see what the FBA sellers are selling it for. Okay, I see nobody coming in at FBA because when I hit Prime, I don't see anybody there. Okay, so based on the desktop, maybe there is somebody on the listing because it's, if I go back here, it's a little weird on here. I thought it said that there was an FBA seller, right? Because it says $15.95 Prime, but I don't see anybody Prime. So maybe, maybe that's new. Let me see if there's a 15. Okay. This is actually going to be a good point to talk about. Another thing that you need to consider when you're looking at the price of a used book is how much it's selling for new, because sometimes Amazon will come in really low or just another FBA seller will come in really low and the new price will actually be less than the used price. So another thing that you want to do before you buy a book is just to make sure the new price is higher than the used, because it's just not going to make sense for somebody to buy a used book for 18 when they can get it for $14.95 new. Does it happen? I'm sure some people don't look, but that's another thing to consider. So this is only for $15.95 new. So as a used seller, I might be able to sell it for $14.95 if it was used or $13.95, but typically I don't really try to compete with the new price. So right off the bat, this isn't really selling for a ton of money. If I got it for $1 and sold it for, let's just say $13.95, I could probably make a couple bucks. But overall, I mean, it's a great book, great rank. There's some social proof there with the reviews, but it's not going to be a huge home run for sure, but just a decent little flip. Okay, we got one from Cecilia. What's going on? Let me copy this and put it in. All right, so I'm not sure which one it is. Let's just assume it's this one. I think this might be it. I don't know. We'll analyze this one though. Harrison's Neurology and Clinical Medicine, 4th edition. Okay. I don't see any reviews on it. There's no reviews, so that's a little bit of a red flag that there's no reviews on it. Let's scroll down to see what the rank is. 805,000 ranks, so it's not a horrible rank. It's not the best, but it's a little like I don't know why there's no reviews on it. But it's not a bad rank at all. So far things look good, but let's see what it's selling for. So if I go to used, I see the merchants are coming in at 1998. Prime is at 45.15 for good, and then 79.99 is very good. So I would probably come in if it was a good condition book. I might undercut them, go 44.99, or maybe I'll match them. If it was in like new condition, maybe I would go, 59.99. It really just depends on your business model. If you're looking for the quick flip, or like someone was saying in the comments, I don't want to go high volume. I want to squeeze as much out as possible. So somewhere between 45 and, I probably wouldn't go up to 79.99 just because there's no reviews and it's a little higher rank of a book. It's not high, but it's not like super sweet spot. So definitely would buy that book for $3 or less, probably even more. Not a bad book right there at all. Let's go back into the comments, see if we got any more ISBNs. All right. So we have Ariel with another one. For some reason, this number looks a little funky. I don't know if it's going to look up like that. Yeah, for some reason, guys, if you give I don't know what, if you look on the back of a book, sometimes there's like 2 barcodes. Try to look for the one that starts with 978. I'm not sure why the other one, Ariel, wasn't pulling up, but if you want to give me the title, that might be a little easier. But as you can see, it's not coming up. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Black God in the house, given an ISBN. Let's see what's going on here. All right. So we have a book called Love Lies Beneath, a novel. Right off the bat, I want to say most fiction books aren't going to sell for much money. Most. Okay. A lot of fiction books sell between $5 and $10, and it's just not enough to make money on Amazon. So for the most part, when I'm buying and selling books on Amazon, I'm looking for nonfiction books. Okay. Looking for niche books, weird books, unique books, obscure books, textbooks, something super specific and dialed in on a topic. Those tend to do the best. But I'm going to say right off the bat, I could already tell this is probably not going to be worth anything just because it's just like the perfect example of what not to buy, these fiction books. Good reviews, great reviews. The rank at 63,000 is phenomenal, but I'm going to guess that right off the bat, this book's probably going to be selling for like $5 or $6 FBA. So, oh, okay. So there are no FBA sellers. So that's a little interesting for used, but let's take a look at new to see if there's any FBA sellers. Usually these fiction books have Amazon's usually on it super cheap, and they are. Amazon's on it for $8.80. So that right there is the knockout KO, which essentially says, peace out. I'm not going to buy you. So that's a no-no right there. I would not buy that book. All right. So, okay, Ariel. So new dictionary of, let me copy this in. New dictionary of the history of ideas, volume 2. Okay. So let me see if we can get that to work. Let's analyze this. It's a little challenging. I'm gonna guess it's this one. The Spanish, is this the Spanish edition? I don't know why it's not coming up with anything. But 17 million ranked book. I can tell you right now, I'm not buying that. So I don't know if that's the book. Might be let's see, the new dictionary of history of ideas, volume 2. I'm not sure. Not sure what book it is. We'll move on to another book. Okay. Dawn's Bargains has an ISBN for me. Let's plug that in. What? is going on here? Let me try that one more time. Copy, paste. All right. All right. Understanding Weather and Climate, 7th edition. Okay. I'm going to assume that this is the one right here. If it's not, I apologize, but it's the first thing popping up besides a sponsored ad. So, understanding weather and climate, interesting topic. Okay. That's an interesting topic, subject matter for a textbook. That would catch my attention right off the bat. Now, I do see that this is from 2014, so it's a bit outdated. So, I would say it's somewhat of a red flag. Reviews are looking good at 55. Subject matter is looking great. Let's see what's going on here. So let's just say that we have a paperback. Let's see what the rank is. I think the rank was what, 270? Yeah, 264. If we go into the used pricing under Prime, holy moly, I was not expecting that. $113. That is what I like to call a rake and profit jackpot right there. I was not expecting that to sell for that much. Looks like it was from 2014. At least that's when the listing was created. But yeah, I mean, that's an absolute jackpot right there. What would I price it at? Let's just say I have it in good condition. I'd probably price it at like 114, 13 cents. I'd probably undercut him. Wouldn't worry about these acceptable people. If you have a book in good condition, a lot of times people will skip acceptable because they want it in good shape. If you're wondering, what do I list a book as in terms of condition? If it has a bunch of highlighting, rips, tears, usually acceptable. Same thing if it's missing a CD. But you probably make good 75, 80 bucks profit on this book right there. So that's a really awesome find. Hey, Angie, what's going on? Just hung out with Angie at the Connecticut Thrifting Meetup. Great to see you. I actually just sent you over a Facebook message thanking you for that shirt. So definitely appreciate you. Also, Ariel, she was at the meetup as well. Got a lot of people from the meetup on the live stream. It's red. It worked for me when I searched it. I don't know. I think my computer's broken. All right, I'm gonna try it one more time. It's red. Okay. Ariel, I am going to give you one more chance. Okay. If this doesn't come up, Ariel, I am kicking you out of the live stream and blocking you. Okay. It's red. So I'm going to just guess, is this it? Oh no. If this is it right there, this is the first red thing that I see. If it's a paperback, let's just pretend this is it. All right, Ariel, we're going to roll with the punches. Okay. 1,132 reviews. Amazing. Absolutely spectacular. So we're golden there. In terms of the pricing, let's go into that and let's see. It looks like there's no FBA sellers because it's not giving me the prime option. So that's another good sign right there, because when there's no other FBA sellers, not only do you have an advantage to sell that book even faster than what the sales rank indicates, but you can also get more money for your book compared to a merchant seller. Now, how much? Let's just play it out right now. So the lowest price is coming in at $4.08 plus $3.99 shipping. So I would probably come in maybe at like $19.99. What was the review? What was the rank on this again? Because that's actually going to determine what I list this thing at. So 138,000. This book is selling really well, and there's no FBA sellers. One thing you can do as well to help to get a better feel of what you should list it for if there's no FBA sellers is you can use a website called camelcamel.com. Just plug in the ISBN number and I'll give you a chart, and it'll give you some sales data in terms of what the book was listed for in the past. So you can filter it for FBA and see what it was listed for, and just assume it was probably selling at that price because there's no more FBA sellers. But I'd probably put it at about 20 bucks. I would buy it $2 or less for sure. So definitely a cool little find right there. Let's go into the comments and see if there's any questions coming in. Let's see. Julie Green says, thank you, Steve. I've been watching your videos for years and trying to make some extra money as a single mom. You have no idea how much you help us resellers try to have a better life. That's awesome, Julie Green. That's what this channel is all about. You know, I'm so grateful to be in this position now to be able to help you guys and serve you guys. And I'm so grateful to like be able to make money online and, you know, do all these different things and stuff. And it's just amazing. We have such an awesome opportunity with the internet and eBay and Amazon. It's just So much fun. Okay. Here's another ISBN from Sean Richardson. So let's go and analyze this one. Probably analyze like one or two more guys. I'm getting a bit tired. It was been a long day out in the sun today. 3 softball games in 100+ degree weather. So I might be a little dehydrated. All right. So Gray's Anatomy, the anatomical basis of clinical practice, expert consult. Okay. Right off the bat, I see this coming in at $63. Doesn't mean that's going to be the lowest price, but I don't know how to read that, but it's always a good sign when that price is high. 43 reviews. That looks good. Subject matter looks really promising as well. It looks like an interesting book. Okay. 941,000 rank, not the best. But again, if you're going to go for higher ranked books, and 941 like isn't super high, I would say once you get like 2 million plus, it's getting a bit high, but it's definitely not like listed and sell the same day. Could it? Yes. But for the most part, I'm saying this is like maybe sell it within like 30, 60 day mark. Okay. So let's click into it and analyze what's going on here. So the lowest price is coming in. It's an Amazon FBA seller Prime at $67.57. Another thing you can do as well, and I didn't mention it, is take a look at the description. So if you take a look here, they have this as good, but there's no access code. So if your book has the access code or it has a CD, whatever, you might want to come in at a higher price. The next price up is in good condition as well at $72.90, and it doesn't mention anything about a code. So if you have a code, you might even be able to list it for $79.99. But again, for me personally, I'm not saying this is the right way. There's no right or wrong way, more than one way to skin a cat. With it being a 941,000 rank, I'm probably going to just match the lowest price. That's just how I roll. Even if it's in like very good condition, just because it's 941,000 and I have a more quick turn business model. Is it the best? I'm not saying it is. Is it going to make you the most money? I'm not saying it is. It might not. Because remember, a lot of times people will be like, all right, well, I have a very good condition book or a like new condition. Steve, you're an idiot for matching the price. Okay. Well, let's just say you put it at $77. Okay. If it sells, then you're going to make some more money. But what if 5 more people come in and they price it at 64, and then the next guy has a repricer and then it lowers it by $1, and then there's a battle going on. Now it's down to $46 and you're sitting there at 77. And now who's the idiot, right? So sorry, guys, nobody's an idiot, but you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like people think there's only one way to do things. There's not. Okay. There's risk and reward for every way that you go about your strategy. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. You just need to know what works best for you. Okay. So that's my 2 cents on it. Nobody's an idiot. Promise you. Angie says, guys, if you like this channel, I challenge you to recommend it to at least one friend. Let's get Steve to 100,000. Oh, I like that, Angie. Challenging everybody. Ariel's trying to attach a link. I'm going to have to make you a moderator, Ariel, and then you could. With the SKU, you can sort it easy. Mark says Raiken and Jesse need to road trip to Rhode Island. I can show you some cool antique malls and thrifts. I'm actually taking my mom on a thrift trip out to Rhode Island within the next the next month in August. So maybe we'll hit you up. Okay, so here's another SKU. Let's pull this one. All right, let's throw this in. See what we're working with. This is actually a lot of fun analyzing deals. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this or not, but I'm definitely having a lot of fun. Okay, so here we have a book, Practical Financial Management, 5th edition. Red flag is the 2007. I'm not a big fan of textbook from 2007, but let's not discriminate based on the cover. Let's open up that book and see what's going on. So 21 reviews, looking good. 1.142 million rank, not horrible, not the greatest. I'm still curious. This book's got me curious. The subject matter is interesting. Okay, so we're looking good there. Let's take a look at what this book is selling for. So the lowest price is $547 acceptable. Let's not knock it out right now because acceptable is acceptable. If you have a good condition book, you could go more. But I see used coming at $892, another one at $549. So this book is a no. Hey, and here's my buddy over at Busproof Books selling it. He has a big warehouse. He sells, I've had him on my channel before. I think he sells like, I don't know, $5 or $10 million worth of books per year. Really, really big bookseller right here. If you check out if you type in Raiken Profit Greg Murphy, I believe this is his bookstore right there. So definitely an awesome guy. Check his YouTube channel out. He also has a course and stuff. Definitely a great guy. Okay, let's see if there's one more that we can analyze. Ha! Angie is a lookalike of Callie from Grey's Anatomy. I definitely agree. Sean Richardson says, thanks, Raiken. I appreciate your knowledge. Sean, if you appreciate the knowledge, you know what I need you to do? Can anyone guess what is one way that Sean can repay me back for the knowledge? Can anybody guess? If you've been on these live streams before, then you know what I need you guys to do, okay? I need you to help me out. If anybody knows, just leave a comment down below. Just looking to see if there's any more ISBNs. That might be it. I think that's it. But hopefully, you know, this video is able to help you guys out. This is what this video and this channel is all about, helping you guys to learn, educate yourself. But remember, at the end of the day, when it comes to making money online, and especially when it comes to making money selling books on Amazon FBA, you've got to take action, okay? The people who make money, the people who are rewarded, the people who are able to build a business that is able to supplement their income or help them to retire if they're on Social Security, or give them that additional income to eventually snowball their savings to the point where they could say to their boss, peace out, you know, and then go full time. The people that are rewarded are the ones who take action, okay? And don't be scared about temporary defeat, because you're going to make mistakes, okay? You're going to make mistakes when you first start selling books. You're going to screw up your shipment. You're going to buy books that aren't profitable because you're not going to analyze the deal properly. There's a million and one different things that you're going to do to mess up at first. It happened to me. It's happened to so many other people. But the people who are able to build a business, build their income, supplement their income, grow their book selling business, really anything, are the people who take action, who are willing to experiment with different things, who are willing to take a risk, who learn from their mistakes. When they make a mistake, they ask themselves, you know, what did I do wrong here? What can I do differently next time around? And, you know, that's really the key. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to make money doing this. You just got to go out there and take action. And, you know, for some people, books is going to be a great opportunity because you're going to have a lot of thrift stores and garage sales in your area, maybe church sales, library sales, book sales, all different types of sales that can make you money. But for some, it might be better to stick with selling clothing. I remember when I was in South Carolina, I went to a whole bunch of thrift stores. It sucked. I think the managers and stuff were scanning the books and sending them off to Amazon themselves because there was like no good books when I was there. This was a couple of years ago. And I've heard from other people as well. Hey, Steve, I don't understand. Like, I follow your steps. I scan. I don't find it. Like, you might just not have good book opportunities in your area. It's possible. Clothing might be a really good opportunity. Or if you're in Austin, Texas, you might have an amazing opportunity with selling sports apparel and, you know, different athletic gear and stuff, because people are really big into health and fitness out there. So experiment with different items. If you check out my channel, I mean, I've got videos on clothing and books and electronics and all different types of items, guys. There's money to be made out there for the people who take action. So Nancy Ross says, thumbs up, share, and send presents. You don't have to send presents, but definitely hit that like button. Richard Shaw says, smash that like button. Exactly. That's the best thing you can do right here. If you enjoy these videos, hit that like button. Want to thank everybody for watching. John, Brian, Nancy, Steven, Ariel, Angie, Mark Corbett. Appreciate you posting all those books. A lot of people watching. Christine, thank you. Black God, good to see you. Don's Bargains, Sean Richardson. So with that being said, you guys have a great night. Have a good week ahead, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.